Hi guys, so we're going to show you how to do a hair charge today. I'm going to do it as I told you guys about the last time, with the mohawk down the middle and then purple Liberty spikes coming out the sides. First steps you got to take before you actually put it up, you'll want to straighten it, obviously. You want nice straight mohawks, straight spikes. If you got wavy hair, curly hair, definitely have to straighten. If your hair is already pretty straight, don't worry about it. You also want to wash it really well. Give it a good scrub down. Make sure it's nice and clean, nice and straight, and you should be ready to go. Okay, so next things you'll need, got to be hairspray, lasting free spray, and also got to be spiker gel. Comes with black too. You guys saw us dye the red down the middle with the purple on the sides last week. So we're just going to start sectioning out the red. I usually get Corey to go along and pick a couple of the purple strands out afterwards, which he's willing to help me. And just a light spray will do for your first cut. You don't want to over product in the beginning because there's a lot of steps. Also, if you do what I just did and it doesn't seem to just stay up, don't get discouraged, just keep trying. I've been doing this for 7 years. Practice does make perfect, especially when it comes to putting up your mohawk. And you just gotta get it all up there, and then you just want to kind of comb it together. So comb the part in the front with the part that you just put up, and get a kind of little mesh going on there. Give it a little spray. You don't need much. A little blow dry. And you really want to try and make sure you don't get any gaps in it, because that's where it's going to be weakest. If you're going to a show or something, that's where it's going to start to fall first. And it's just like in school, you always got to do a rough copy and then go back and fix any mistakes that you made, which is why it's really important to not over product it in the beginning. You don't want to soak the whole thing in spray just to have to kind of comb it out a little bit to fix it afterwards. You just want to get it nice and lightly, basically just looking nice, like no structural value to it yet. But on the same hand, you also need to make sure that you're getting enough in there that it's going to be sturdy enough to hold itself up. Not too much, not too little, I guess is the key. The mohawk is up. We've gone along, we've picked all the, well, as much red as we can out of the purple. And it's looking very nice, you know, like it's a little frazzled and stuff like that, but all in all it looks okay. It's where you kind of want it to be, type thing. So now we're going to go ahead and make it stay there until you don't want it to be anymore. And for that we're going to use the black dot to be spiker gel. You just need, you know, fill on your fingers, coat the head. You don't want too much because it is pretty heavy. You can always go back and put more on it later. Since I've started doing my hair this way, I've started pulling my mohawk down in the front. I didn't used to, if you've seen any old pictures of it. Just kind of got in the way if I did that, and I didn't really like it back then. But however you want to do it is however you want to do it. There is no wrong or right way. So, once you've got a good portion of gel on it, it kind of loosens up a little bit. So I found that if you give it a good spray now, and then blow dry it, you're getting a really solid base on it. Comes out looking really straight, really upright, clean cut almost. And now it's up, it's sturdy, it's not going nowhere. It does need some time to dry. Like, even though you're blow drying it, it's still gonna, it's not just gonna be rock solid that second. Give it some time to dry. It's gonna get harder and harder, literally for the next half hour or so. I don't usually tend to gel the crap out of the very bottom, because you kind of want some flex there, and it's not really under a lot of pressure. Gravity isn't really affecting that first or specific spot very much. Even if it's not very strong and it falls a little, it doesn't seem to look too bad. When you do have some flex there, you'll thank yourself when you go to get into cars, when you go to take a nap, when you go to sit down and need to put your head back anywhere. You still can't, you know, lean all the way back, obviously, but if you have some flex, it's a little easier. And so that's the Mohawk part. Last phase of that is just comb all the tips really well. And if you've done it right, there should be next to no product in the actual tip of the Mohawk. Most of your product should be in the base still, and the top should just be basically kind of stuck there. But you're going to comb it all really nice, and then now is the only time you should be getting any actual product in the very tip. You don't even have to blow dry. So, now the Mohawk's completely done. We're going to move on to the Liberty spikes, which can be a bitch, literally. It sucks. It's a lot of work, it takes a lot of time. I usually try and convince Tori to help me, but you know, she has her own shit to get ready when we're gonna go out and do stuff, so she helps me and then has to do her own. It's way too much time. So, guys out there, you know how to do, go fuck yourself. That goes to the ladies too. If your boyfriend does your hair every day, you probably suck. You just kind of want to separate a spike. Just give it a little spray. Blow dry. Liberty spikes are a lot different than a fan Mohawk. The fan Mohawk is so strong because it's all one piece. And it's all holding its, you know, one for all for one. Liberty spikes aren't like that. You gotta really product the shit out of them. Make them stay there. Particularly at the bottom. And boom, you have one nice Liberty spike. And yeah, you're just gonna keep doing that for the next 45 minutes until you have 25 Liberty spikes. Alrighty, so our battery died, but I hope I gave you guys enough info on how to get it up. Wink, wink. If you want lots of hair compliments, that's the technique to use. I've been doing a Mohawk for 7 years. I just recently, last year, started doing Liberty spikes, so I'm still a bit rusty, but I hope I give you guys enough info on how to get those rock solid and get your hawk fanned out nicely. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Leave a comment if there's something else you guys want to know. If you give it a try and it's not working, leave a comment. We'll get back to you. That's about it. See you later, guys.